YouTube, and it's pretty fun, so I encourage you to check that out. It's easy enough to find with that title on YouTube. So, apologize for the technical difficulties. But thank you to our team for figuring out a way, even with the technical difficulties. You know, that's the most important thing. So I think that does bring us to the end. And thank you to our fearless worship associate, Larry Kaler, for moving around our microphone this morning. First Church Unitarian is a self-sustaining congregation. We have congregational polity, which means that we make our own decisions. We vote on things together and decide what to do together. It also means we rely on the generosity of our members and friends to keep our ministries going, both within these walls and out in the community, in the world. So it has been said that an offering is the sacrament of the free congregational church. So with that, this morning's offering will now be given and received in grateful appreciation. Thank you. Please join with me in the words of our community response. We are grateful for the opportunity to give and serve, and grateful for the gifts we have received. May this affirm the ministries of our church community, both within and beyond these walls. Most weeks, this congregation shares a special time to feel again our connections to one another and to that which is holy. It is in this spirit that we share in the candles of caring. If you have an important joy or concern that you would like to share with this gathered beloved community, I invite you to raise your hand high enough that we'll see it. We'll come around to you with a microphone and light a candle for you up front. Please let us know your name and briefly how we might direct our thoughts or prayers or healing wishes. Are there any joys or concerns, any candles of caring this morning?
Lara, could you ask people at home to type their candles into Blue chat?
Sure. And for those of you with us on Zoom, if you could type your candles, your joys and concerns into the Zoom chat. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Karen Tucker Barasano, and this is a candle of great, great joy. I was just on retreat this weekend with a dear group that was an offspring of Spring Hill, and we're still together, and we haven't seen each other since before COVID. And it was an absolutely amazing weekend full of singing and joy and hugs and stories and support. And Lori is here with me. She's on her way back to Brattleboro. Thank you for being here. Oh, there you are. Thank you, Lara.
I'm Thea Shapiro. Wow. My sadness is that this is my first holiday season without my mom, and also that my daughter is struggling, and you are only as happy as your most unhappy child.
My name's Robbie, and I have a concern that I'm going to get sick, and it's going to stop me from doing what I love. So.
Hi, I'm Liz Cooper, and my very good friend to this church, Andrew Bowers, lost his mother this weekend. For those of us who knew Sally Bowers, it was really easy to feel like she was our mother too. So if you would hold the whole Bowers family in your hearts at this time, thank you.
Hi, Jim and Lori Nearing. Tomorrow at noon, we will board a Japan Airlines flight to Bangkok, where we will spend 3.5 weeks traveling through Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia. And when people talk about travel, they say, oh, is it business or pleasure? This is definitely not business, but pleasure seems an inadequate word to describe what we look forward to. Visiting schools, visiting memorials to peace and to war, spending time with families in small towns. We look forward to a whole lot, and we will hold this community in our hearts as we travel. Lori, is there anything you want to add? No? Good. All right.
Hi, I'm Emily Welch. I haven't been here all fall because I had a really difficult surgery with my knee, and it didn't get better like it was supposed to. So this is a candle of gratitude for you and for my husband and my friends. So many of you have sent me cards and called and texted and brought me goodies. And it's great to be back. It's so nice to see you all. I've missed the choir and missed you too, Natalie, and all the other, she's waving, and all the other RE kids that I helped with. So hopefully 2023 will be different, but it's great to see you all.
Hi, I'm Gail McCroskey, and my sons have not been talking to each other, and every birthday wish that I blow out the candles, I wish that they would get through that. And I think it was last Sunday that I spoke with both of them and learned really how deep the hurt is between them. And they both told me that at some point they will talk. But it was really, really hard for me to hear. And I did a lot of crying. But anyway, thank you. That's it.
My name is Lainey, and a few weeks ago I had my first Willy Wonka play, and it was just really fun, so yeah.
Hi, good morning, Dave McManus. So I've got 2 candles to light. One of them is Julia's 10th birthday. It's today. Happy birthday, Julia. Sorry. And the second candle is a candle of love. I'm going to take a step to the left a little bit here. So in honor of the 4th Advent, I was inspired. There was a movie about 20 years ago, some of you may have seen it, called Love, Actually. And so I'm just going to say this really quickly. Whenever I get gloomy with the state of the world, think about the arrivals gate at Heathrow Airport. General opinions stating that this world is a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. It seems to me that love is everywhere. Often, it's not particularly dignified or newsworthy, but it's always there. Fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, husbands and wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, old friends. When the planes hit the Twin Towers, as far as I know, none of the phone calls were from people on board were messages of hate or revenge. They were all messages of love. If you look for it, I've got a sneaky feeling that you'll find that love actually is all around.
My name is Isabel, and I'm getting a puppy, and I think I might name her Asha. She's really cute. Oh yeah, and her birthday is the same as my sister's. So, yeah.
Debbie Eston. Yeah, Thea, this is loud. Anyway, this candle of healing for our dear Prizzle. And she is on her path to recovery from her fall. I saw her yesterday, and her sparkle is coming back strong. And it's just going to take longer than she had hoped. And keep those positive healing thoughts and prayers focused to her. Thank you.
My name is Natalie.
Say what you want to say.
I'm glad that Emily's back.
Of course, I have low battery as well. So, Neela says, my oldest friend from high school, and I can't be sure that how many of those are I's or L's because of the font, Ilana Rubenfeld, is in her last days. She was born in Palestine, and the family moved here when she was 5. She founded a branch of the humanistic psychology called Rubenfeld Synergy and trained thousands of people. She also went to Juilliard to study conducting and was a conductor in New York for 10 years before she became a psychologist. We were travel partners and saw many places together. She was funny, beautiful, quirky, and a special person. Tom Bentley says, my dad Tom turns 90 tomorrow, and we get to celebrate his birthday today. Christine says, a candle of gratitude on behalf of my mother, Alice. At 99 and bedridden, she was unexpectedly removed from hospice some weeks ago. She has failed further, and a new hospice group has just unexpectedly accepted her. They seem like they will be wonderful. And from Phyllis Terry, a candle of appreciation to Mike and his crew for all of their work to bring us online services. That's it.
And I'd like to ask Rich to light one last candle and let this represent all those joys and concerns that are with us this morning, but that remain unspoken. Thank you. Please join with me in the spirit of meditation or prayer. Once again, we have come together in love and trust, sharing those cares dearest to us with this gathered beloved community. Let us hold in our hearts and our thoughts and in our prayers all those joys and concerns that were spoken aloud, as well as those that remain unspoken, as we share together in a time of sacred silence. Amen, and blessed be.
There we go. Good morning. So we are missing a couple of our animals later. So when is it me or Lara? Lara, you're going to be calling up the animals. And when Laura talks about a Dalmatian, we're going to need someone from the audience. Is there anyone willing to come up? Robbie, thank you. So when we call you, you can come sit here if you want. So you now we have two Dalmatians, just so you know. We have Tucker, who's going to be our barker, and then we have Robbie, who's going to speak for him. So this is our second annual pageant, and probably next year we'll do a different one. But you are all invited to participate, and we really do need you to participate. So you'll be told what to do and when to do it. So we begin our story in the little town of Bethlehem. And that means we're going to need some villagers, and that means all of you. Yep. The entire congregation are now the people of Bethlehem. So, Sierra, Julia, and Fergus, can you come on up? They're going to be the villagers who you hear speaking. And every time you hear the words, "It's so bright," you're all going to say, "What's up with that?" So let's try it. So they may say something like, "I've never seen a star like that. It's so bright." Very good. So you guys, we're going to have to pass this, so let's see. So one evening in Bethlehem, three villagers were coming home from work. And they were sore and tired from working in the fields all day. But they stopped in the middle of the street and looked up at the sky.
You know, I'm kind of getting annoyed with this whole star thing. I mean, where did it come from anyway?
I know what you mean, and I can't get away from it. It keeps me awake all night because it's so bright.
Good question. What is up with that? What's up with the star that just appears out of nowhere?
Perhaps it's a sign, an omen of some kind. Perhaps something very, very good or very, very bad is going to happen. Because, you know, it's so bright.
Yeah, I'm not really into the whole omen thing. I'm more, science-based.
Sure, but the evidence suggests that such a star is likely to bring many things to our little village. People will come here to gaze upon it, to learn about it, because you can't ignore the fact that it's so bright.
Good question. I have a feeling we'll find out. This is a story still unfolding.
Indeed it is. Good job, everyone. You'll be back.
Scene 2, you try it. So, while folks in Bethlehem were perusing the sky and wondering, what's up with that, there were two people who had just arrived in town, Joseph and Mary. They had to go to Bethlehem because of a nasty new tax law, even though Mary was very, very close to having her baby and had to travel almost 100 miles with the help of a friendly donkey. But in Bethlehem, they found that all the inns and hotels and Airbnbs were full or cost too much. Finally, one innkeeper told them they could stay in the stables with the animals. This was not your normal stable. In that stable, there was a cat, a Dalmatian, and a dragon. Okay, so what's the sound a Dalmatian is going to make? Roof, 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 roof. Come on, I need your help. Roof, roof, roof. All right. What sound is a dragon going to make? All right. What sound is the cat going to make? Meow. Okay. All right. Excellent. So for this scene, Tucker, Robbie will be the Dalmatians. Natalie will be the cat, and Isabel will be the dragon, as you can see. Every time someone says, "But all Mary and Joseph heard was," you all pick one of those animal noises and make it. Remember, cats, dogs, dragons, okay? So let's practice. I'll say something like, "The animals just keep talking and talking to each other, but all Joseph and Mary heard was..." Excellent. All right. So a cat and Dalmatians and a dragon were hanging out in the stable late one night when all of a sudden the door opens and a man and a pregnant woman and their donkey come inside and start making themselves at home.
Meow, you didn't think they stayed. Oh. Meow, who let them in here? They don't belong in a stable.
Roar, yeah, they should be in the inn with the other human types.
Ruff. Rough. I mean, what were they thinking?
But all Mary and Joseph heard was,
Ready? This one.
yeah, you didn't think they could stay at home in a time like this. Roar, yeah, or plan ahead a little so they had a place waiting for them. I always get the funniest. Ruff.
Rough. Maybe saved up for some money ahead of time, too.
But all Mary and Joseph heard was,
Oh, I lost where we are.
Right here.
meow, it's just a bad planning on their part. Roar, yep, typical human type mistake. Ruff.
Oh, where's this one? A bork. I wish they would go back to where they belong.
But all Mary and Joseph heard was,
some very judgmental animals. Finally, the tired old donkey lifted its head. He looked at the dragon, the cat, and the dog, and he said, "Ee-ah, why don't you try it? You try riding 90 miles on the back of an old swayback donkey like me when you're so pregnant you can't even see your feet. You try being an expectant dad, worried about the woman you love and the child she carries. You try being me, watching every step I take so I don't jostle this woman who's just trying to get here safely. You try it." And the cow, I'm sorry, we have different animals. And the cat and the Dalmatian and the dragon felt very, very bad. And they cried out,
"I'm sorry, I offer them some milk." Roar, Roar, I'm sorry, I'll offer them some, Roar, I'm sorry, I'll give them a small fire. Ruff.
Ruff. I'm sorry. I'll lead them wherever they need to go.
But all Mary and Joseph heard was,
All right. Excellent job, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, scene 3. Do you need? No, we're still going here. What's that noise? I'm gonna, let me see, where am I? Sorry. So, for the next scene, we're gonna need, we have 2 folks who are gonna play some very important roles, and the whole congregation is going to be the baby Jesus. Now, the first sound a baby makes is really a loud cry, but not this baby, nope. This baby looks around and sees his mom and dad for the first time. Then he looks over and sees their heads, and he sees cat with big brown eyes, a dragon with a really long face, and a dog with big tall ears and a donkey. So the first sound this baby Jesus makes isn't a cry, it's a laugh. So every time the innkeeper says, "What's that noise?" you're going to laugh. So let's practice. Gee, I like sleeping nice and quiet. Whoops, what happened there? Okay. nice and quiet, and suddenly I heard something. What was that noise? Excellent. So to play the innkeeper, we'll have Susan, and to play the narrator, we'll have Oliver. And the innkeeper who told Mary and Joseph that they'd have to sleep in the barn is tossing and turning in her bed.
I don't know what it is. I just can't sleep tonight. For one thing, those animals are making a heck of a lot of noise. But just when I finally got to sleep, I thought I heard something. Hey, honey, Mr. Innkeeper, would you check on the kids? Are they making that noise? Dinner's ready, thank you, hon. Now, what was that noise? There it is again.
So the innkeeper woke up her partner, who could sleep through just about anything, and asked,
Did you hear something? I'm sure I heard something. What was that noise?
But the innkeeper's partner just rolled over and went back to sleep. So the innkeeper went outside to see what they could find. But the streets were empty and silent. Still, she knew there was something out there, and they wondered aloud,
What was that noise? There it is again. It sounds like it's coming from the stables. I'll go check it out.
So the innkeeper went across the courtyard and through the stable door, and there was Mary and Joseph, who had been kicked out of the inn that afternoon. And the innkeeper said to them,
I'm sorry I made you sleep in the stable. I'm sorry I'm barging in on you at a time like this. You kind of look busy, Mary. But I just have to know, what was that noise? It sounds like my laugh. Oh my gosh, it's your baby.
And the innkeeper realized that it was the newborn baby who had been laughing all along. And suddenly the innkeeper was full of love for this vulnerable little child, and full of hope too. And innkeeper said to Joseph and Mary,
I am going to go tell everyone that you have the most wonderful baby with the most wonderful laugh that ever there was.
And the innkeeper ran out onto the streets of Bethlehem to tell everyone the good news.
Scene 4, talking with angels. So now we're out in the fields with the shepherds, and they're in for a big surprise because there's a whole host of angels headed their way. So we're going to need everyone. Now, sometimes angels talk to us and we don't even know it. If we're lucky, we might hear something like, "Ah." So every time you hear me say, then the angels said, you're all going to sing with me, "Ah." Very nice. All right, so the shepherds. For this scene, we have Robbie, Fergus, Lainey, Natalie, Julia, Isabel, Sierra, and Tucker. So here's the deal. There are a group of shepherds out watching their sheep. Some of them are fast asleep, but some are staring up at that bright star in the sky. Then the shepherds who are awake start to notice that there are some new stars shining alongside the bright star. Then there are lots of new stars. Then the stars start getting bigger and bigger, and the shepherd realizes they aren't stars at all, but angels flying toward them, getting closer and closer. And one shepherd wakes up all the other shepherds and points up to the sky, and all of them fall to their knees as they looked up at a whole host of angels hovering in the air. And the angels said,
What'd they say? I don't know. I couldn't understand a word.
They said we had to go to Bethlehem.
Wait, you speak angel?
Why didn't you tell us?
It's something I picked up.
And the angels said,
What did they say this time? Yeah, come on, what's the deal?
Well, loosely translated something like, do not be afraid, for see, I am bringing you good news and great joy for all the people. To you is born this day in the city of Bethlehem a Savior who is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign for you. Soon you will find a child wrapped in bands of cloth and lying in a manger.
They said all of that? Very efficient language.
Wait, there's more.
and the angels said,
Well?
Now what? They say, glory to the God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace, goodwill among people. Come on, let's go to Bethlehem and see what it's all about.
So they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the child lying in the manger. And the angels smiled down upon them and said, Good job, everyone.
Excellent. Go sit down. One more scene. Go sit down. Okay, whoops, I had you sit down, but let's get this is Hearts Full of Love. Let's get all the children up here. All the angels and all the animals. And does everyone remember their cues? Because we're going to do all of them. The congregation, are you ready? So, everyone came to the streets of Bethlehem, gathering in a big crowd in front of the stable. Some of the townspeople looked up at the star and said again, It's so bright! And the animals inside the stable were talking a mile a minute about the new baby and its beautiful laugh, but all Joseph and Mary heard was, and the shepherds were there too, with a host of angels hovering over them. And the angels said, and the newborn baby looked up at the people and the animals and the angels all gathered together on that cold night, and he made a quiet little sound. And the innkeeper leaned forward, and even though she knew the answer, she whispered with a heart full of love, What was that noise? Amen to happy endings. We'll be singing number 245, Joy to the World. Thank you.
I invite you to rise in body or spirit. Do we have the lyrics on the screen? for our closing words. If you're comfortable holding hands to the person next to you with their permission, you could do that, or touch feet, or touch shoulders, or elbows, or anything that works, or simply put hands or arms out to feel the energy between us and with the people online as well. May we learn from the beautiful nativity story. May we learn to be thoughtful and questioning like our angels. May we learn to be faithful like the shepherds. May we learn to find a way out of no way like our innkeeper. May we be persevering like Joseph and Mary and the faithful donkey. May we find ways indeed to love each other, just as the star of the story, Jesus, our laughing baby, said. You'll know each other by our love. May it be so. Blessed be, and amen. Go in peace.
Yeah, can I get there?
Just a quick reminder, we have our carol sing starting at 11:45, so get some refreshments, have some fellowship in the vestry if you wish, and be back in person in the sanctuary. I think we have special performances by all of the church musical groups, which is awesome. So join us again. If you're on Zoom, you can either just stay on that link or come back to the same link later. No YouTube still, correct? Right. So, all right, come back at 11:45.
Let me see who's there. Let me change the view, the gallery view. Phyllis, can you hear me, Phyllis? You can just wave. Just waving is fine. Okay. What I'd like to do is I'd like to make one person the host. I want to end this meeting so I can finish the recording, and then I want to come right back. So you don't have to leave. I'm just going to leave for a minute, but I need somebody to be the host. There's really no responsibilities. Phyllis, I'm not going to be able to hear you. I'm sorry. Even if you got off of mute, I still wouldn't be able to hear you because of the audio issues. All right. So, Christine, can I make you host for a minute? All right. There's no responsibility. I'll be back. As soon as it finishes converting, I'm going to get back in. I don't like this. The mouse works fine. Oh, you were so good. That was awesome. Can I have it here one more time? Oh, excellent. All right, I'm gonna go grab a piece of candy and come back. So Larry, what I'm doing is I left the Zoom meeting and I made Christine the host so that I could finish this recording, and then I'm gonna immediately join the meeting again. Right now I'm gonna go get a piece of candy. But we're gonna need it for Zoom. We're gonna Zoom the carousel. Okay, good. If you think you can do it.
Was the one that stuck it back there.
It's still recording, still converting. I thought you wanted to wait till this finishes converting. It's not done.